Hopefully.
Hey everybody, we're back. Tiff's gonna walk us through some financial stuff as usual because I don't know jack about money. Um, Bruce, thank you for joining us. I know that this is a favorite pairing. Some people were requesting the both of you, and I know that Tiff and I were doing obviously that bankruptcy, sorry, stuff, and then I took like a long break from everything. So you have been, in demand lately, Tiff. But we were
Yeah.
trying to do this last week, and then we were both just kind of like, "Yeah, no, I'm tired." So
It's been rough. I think a lot of people in Dave's Discord at least know that my husband had a little heart thing. So
yeah, how's he
like
doing?
that just threw our whole household off whack because it was already off whack from my legs. So
Okay,
we're
okay,
getting back to normal now.
okay, good, good. All right, and then Bruce is in his new place, which is I hear getting painted. So.
Yeah, I got a lot of work to do. I can finish it off once they paint. I need more lights because like the camera's auto-focusing in and out. I need more sound dampening. I'm gonna need a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't want to get too crazy because they're gonna paint.
Yeah, fair enough. Bruce is going to paint his entire house Reptar green.
Wait, what kind of green?
Reptar. Does anyone else remember Reptar?
No one else? Jurassic Park?
No, yeah. Dude. No, that was Rugrats.
I don't know that.
So sadly, I remember Reptar because my children watched Rugrats.
Yeah, I watched Rugrats, and also I gave my first. I thought he was a crush at the time. I gave my first crush a Reptar doll.
You know what? I forgot to turn this on. Hello.
Whoa. There you are.
Is it like a Wove Love?
No, it's way cooler than a Wove Love. Wove Loves are kind of strange.
It's some mood lighting.
All right, before we get started here, I want to pull up a few things.
Yeah, and then I have stuff to share too when you're ready.
Yeah, one sec. Actually, so David included in his recent filings, in addition to calling me a crazy cult leader and stuff, a couple of our friends who are not monetized YouTubers, but yet he was freaking out about them. And so they're very close at this point to getting monetized. So I would love if something good would come out of that. So if we could subscribe to my friends here, I'm going to share. The first one here is Loud Little Ducky. You guys know Loud Little Ducky. She used the gym selfie, the copyright struck. By the way, guys, he's still copyright striking people as of 2 days ago, even after he deleted his social media. So I don't have permission to share that person's name or channel, but he is still on the loose. So that's still a thing. Anyways, Loud Little Ducky's right here. I'm going to put a link in the chat.
I thought this guy was going to delete the internet and move to Portugal or something. Like, what's going on with that? Like,
he's all over the place, man. Who knows?
All right. Here's the deal. We don't need any social media updates from Jingris, okay? But if he makes it to Portugal, bro, send me a postcard so I can let the internet know, and I'll just let them know. Okay, just send me a postcard from Portugal, and it'll be good. We'll be good.
So we got Ducky and we got Echoes there, so I just wanted to point you guys in their direction. Because Ducky at least is very close to getting monetized. I think you have to be 1,000. What is it, subs to get ad revenue? Which is not much, but still, it's an accomplishment if you're somebody who does this.
There's some stuff you can do at 500, but the major stuff you need 1,000.
Not much, yeah. All right, guys. Let me pull this up real quick. Peggy, thanks for joining us. Appreciate that. How you doing? I mean, I know you can't answer me, but I hope you're doing okay. Love back to you. Hope you're good. Anyways, we're going to pull up this. Tiff, did you say you had something you want to go over before we got into it?
No, we can get into it, and then I'll do my stuff. Yeah. Yeah. That's
right. Pull this up. I don't know if you had any notes or anything you wanted to pull up, or otherwise I just got this on the screen. So.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think like my stuff's gonna come up maybe during this.
No problem. Yeah. All right. So I have not read over this whole thing. I read through some of it. I saw a lot about the stuff that they're asking for to be examined. What is that, like her assets, her horses, her companies she says she's a part of. I don't want to read this word for word because I feel like that'll be a little boring for people. But what was your kind of impression? What did you think was interesting here? And we can kind of skip to that.
I'm in love with this document.
Okay.
I really am. Like it's everything I hoped it ever would be, right? Like it has all the things that I kind of feel like a lot of people have been screaming about in the background. It has all of that, right? It points out things that are very important financially to so what's happening right now with this family is it's a shell game, right? But two of their shells have been removed from play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Owens can't say, Ron and Liz Jan can't say Laura has all of the assets because, you know, we're filing bankruptcy. And Laura can't say Ron and Liz Jan have all the assets because I owe Clayton money, you know.
Oh no.
Right. So those two shells have come off the table. So we have Sarah left and because the businesses are part of each of Owens and Laura. Like those are intertwined with each other. They are not different shells. So we have Sarah over here, but I don't really even see that as an option because even if you do transfer stuff to Sarah and say, oh, Sarah actually owns everything, you have to prove it. You can't just say it. You have to prove some things. And what I like about this document is that it kind of it says that basically. Like we need to see what you've got and where. And if you're saying that it's not yours, we need proof.
And now this document is specifically looking for records of Laura's financial details, correct?
Yeah, but I mean, it's calling out the same companies that we're saying, you know, in the bankruptcy. So
okay, so Laura plus any company she's associated with, is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I haven't.
Perfect. Okay.
I watched. I read it and watched Schnitzel's.
Yeah.
That's what my recollection is. Yes.
Yeah, and then the parents, they're being investigated through the bankruptcy petition by the custodian of the bankruptcy or whatever their name is.
Trustee.
The trustee will investigate. So the trustee is going to investigate the parents and their business dealings for the bankruptcy. Mm-hmm. Now, this is asking the court to allow the lawyers to investigate. How would this mechanically move forward?
Yeah, so this is actually saying that the court, that we want the court to compel Laura to come to a meeting with us. Basically, it'll be at the courthouse, and it won't be on record. Like it, or shouldn't say that. It won't be public at all. It's not like a normal hearing, but we want to force a meeting at the court where she proves that everything they've asked for, right? She provides documentation for everything they've asked for. If that doesn't happen to our satisfaction, then we go in and we talk to a judge in a formal hearing on the same day. Like we go, okay, we're out of this room. We're going to talk to the judge. And I should say that's what most of them are like. I'm assuming Arizona is the same. And they say, look, this is what we didn't get. And we want either a contempt charge or, you know, some sort of additional action that we want the court to take. I don't know what all the options are in Arizona, but I mean, and in the end of the day, it probably won't go anywhere, but it's forcing her to answer some questions that they've all been able to hide so far between each other. Does that make sense?
Hey, just running back to the bankruptcy stuff real quick. So they were supposed to have that meeting or hearing or whatever. Was it last week or the week before? I'm not sure. But then there was some kind of issue where, you know, Ron and Jan were both present at least. And then they said Jan couldn't hear. So they bumped it to, what was it, the end of this month?
It is. It's rescheduled for the 29th.
Okay. I know that people were able to call into that. Is that right? Because I didn't do it, but I heard that there was like a public line.
Yeah, so you can so those kinds of hearings are public. However, there are really specific rules with federal hearings, right? And you definitely cannot record them. Like that's
I learned that the hard way, dude. I think I told you about that.
You mentioned it. I don't know what's about it. I don't want to ask you details, but yeah.
No, it's okay. Dave and I were covering Justin and Blake. And neither one of us ever covered like a federal case before. And so we were just like, oh, the hearing is public. We can stream it. And so we both accidentally, illegally recorded a public federal court hearing. And so I like wrote to the judge's chambers and I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna take this down.
Oh my God, please don't send them after me.
From the police. Like nobody would have noticed or cared, to be honest, because I was such a small channel at that point. But I was so freaked out that I was like, it was like so apologetic. It was ridiculous.
Well, and like we're kind of like a little immune to it, like in the court tube world, because we watch a lot of court and they all say don't record, it's against law, like, and we all go, yeah, sure.
I've
But
literally never heard that before.
serious.
I was so confused. I was like, what are you guys talking about?
Federal court's super serious about it. So anyway, you call in and you can, watch. Basically, you have to mute your microphone and you can be off camera and you can, just put your name as observer. You don't have to put your real live name, but you have to, you have to follow the rules of the hearing. And so we did get to watch, a few of us, and I said at the end, this is what blue balls feels like, right? Like it's just it was so frustrating to watch her pretend to have audio issues, and I believe it was pretending, because like, and she could hear him, and she would say she was reading his lips, but like he wasn't on camera, so the whole time. So I don't know how that, like, I don't know. It just felt really. I don't think they were prepared for it. Maybe their attorney had just told them what it was going to be about. Who knows?
And they're the ones who initiated this petition, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So
yeah,
you would think they would want to be prepared for their hearing.
Yeah. So I've heard from a little birdie that, and I mean, I don't even have to say that. I don't think this attorney that they have is qualified for the case that this is. $2.3 million is a big case, right? It's a complex bankruptcy case, and it requires a certain level of legal acumen, and I don't think that their attorney has that. So we'll see. I'm sure he's nice, but I don't know. I just don't know.
Everything these people do is so complex.
Well, right.
What happened to the simple life? What's going on here? We got a complex criminal case
with complex twins.
We got complex twins. We got criminal cases that are complex. We got bankruptcy that's complex.
Exactly.
Makes my brain hurt.
Complex. Yeah. So so it is frustrating, right? Like there's so much. I said to somebody this week, I wish they would just like chill for 1 week so I could catch my breath, because there's so much going on. It's crazy. Yeah, their attorney was in the hearing too. He was, on video, at least, whatever.
I mean, it looked like video. So I don't know why I thought it was only a telephone line. I didn't realize they could see them. Okay.
Yeah, it was a Zoom call. Like you can phone in too. That's an option. If
Cat Lady says the attorney looks like Joe Dirt, and I was like, how do you know that?
Well, I don't remember that, but I was like so focused on her and her little show that I missed some things. So yeah, the trustee was not happy. I will tell you that. He was not happy.
Oof.
And then, so that's not exaggerated. He was not happy.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's move back to Laura, I guess. And actually, somebody did have one more question. They said, what would happen if they did put everything in Sarah's name? And I think you kind of touched on that.
Yeah, you can't just like, it's cute. You can't just do that though. You have to prove that somebody, I mean, if you put a lot of your property in somebody else's name, then you need to have something for it, right? There's still a value associated to it. You can't just gift it, especially in the middle of a bankruptcy while you're running from. We're up to, I think, $600,000 now, maybe even $7 million, because there were some seriously understated numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And credit card debt alone. Sorry, and credit card debt.
The credit card debt is insane.
Hmm.
The credit card debt is insane, because I'm just kind of like, how do you get that much credit? Like, what the hell? And I guess I know there's sketchy companies that'll let you do that, but still, the sketchy companies stopped me at like $50,000. So I'm like, how did you get that far?
Yeah, a lot of their larger debts are not sketchy companies. Those are a lot of smaller debts that are sketchy companies. Yeah, their larger debts are banks. It's scary.
Okay.
I don't even know how I would spend that much money.
Oh, Bruce, I'll show you.
You know how I would spend it? I said this the other day. I said, if I had $2.3 million in debt, it would be from purchasing all the court documents on cases that I like to file.
Dude,
Yeah,
That's
but
what would put me in
that
debt.
wouldn't cost $600,000.
No, because I did that shit and it cost me max. Like my highest monthly total on Pacer was like $2,700.
Yeah,
Ooh!
you're not going to burn through 600K.
So,
I don't know. I think I could. I like to go down a rabbit hole.
We could try. Buy a new lamp. Oh wait, lamp. I
we need to start a new GoFundMe so that Tiff can accept this challenge. Except, I don't have $600,000 worth of GoFundMe money, so we're gonna have to work on that.
We're gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, can I answer a question real quick in chat?
Absolutely. This is your show, Tiff. I'm just hosting.
Sorry. Karen Cars asked, before the Clayton case, I wonder if they actually had some reasonable payment behaviors, then just imploded. Let me answer that for you. No. I actually have a screenshot of why that's a no. They sold their San Francisco house for $3.55 million. And I would be surprised if they walked away with $200,000 out of that sale. That's and they had owned that house since the 90s.
That's
98. Yeah, so 20 years, 20 plus years, 22 years they owned that house and didn't have any equity in it. And it jumped in value.
It seems like a complete lack of equity development.
Yeah. Yeah. It's insane.
Hey mods, can one of you link to Tiff's YouTube channel that she recently started in the
I don't yet. I got it. It's all messed up. I got it all messed up. I got to fix it. So
you took it down?
No, I didn't take it down, but both of my channels have the same name.
That's fine. If you put the correct link in there, it doesn't matter. You'll still have the subs. So
we'll get you that animated GIF with the guy with the shovel like under construction, and then we'll plaster that across the banner. And he'll be.
No, I want some Bob the Builder on there.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like that a lot. Here, let me grab it real quick and throw it in here.
All right. Hold on. So we're going back to this thing with Clayton asking for this judgment. What is it? Debtor's exam. The legal basis for petition. Can you explain that to us? Like, what's going on here?
Okay. Well, I mean, basically, this is just saying that we want a court judgment against you, and we want to collect on that judgment. And this is going to be a very layman's terms because I'm not a lawyer, but we want to collect on that judgment. And there are rules.
Lawyer here. It's fine.
There are rules that allow us to pursue that option, pursue you for the debt that you owe us. And these are the rules. And we want you to show us that you're not able to afford them because we've already tried to do it in a reasonable way. And you've flat out not responded or even, I'm assuming she hasn't even made one payment. I can't believe she would have made one payment. So, so then now we want the next step to happen, which is where the court says, yes, you have to come in and prove that you cannot afford monthly payments on this debt. And they have to be reasonable too. Like if you can't come in and say, well, I want to pay $5 a month. You have to prove that that's all you have. No, that's probably all she has, but I'm just saying you have to prove it.
Yeah. All right.
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm talking super fast.
No, you're good. No worries. Request for relief. Let's see. Respondent requests the court issue an order requiring Laura Owens to appear for judgment debtor exam. Right. Emily Wilson. Sorry, hang on. Respondent further requests that petitioner be required to bring the examination all documents and records related to their financial status, including but not limited to the following, whether under the name Laura Owens, Emily Wilson, or any other aliases used by petitioner. Do we think there are any other aliases? I mean, it's possible.
I think we know.
I think the bigger question is, we know she tried to change her name to Emily Wilson and then backed out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the question is,
hey, Nick, what's up?
There's Nick. Would there be like, what's the likelihood she's actually done like financial accounts or business transactions using that name without it being a name change?
Yeah, I don't know how. I suppose there's ways, but I mean, they're not legitimate ways that you can't. Like you can't, a person can't be a DBA, right? Of the name that isn't either a corporation or a legit name. So I can't do it.
What are these people like movie music stars? Like their names aren't their real names. Like Sting is not Sting, you know, but he's Sting over here.
Yeah,
So
it's a stage name. Like Jan Black isn't a real name.
Yeah, is
like
Emily Wilson just like could she use it like a stage name and do something that these lawyers need to know about, or is that unlikely?
What would her stage name be?
Emily
Tag?
Wilson.
Tag. Well, Tag never gave me a last name. It should be Tag.
Well, that's like Sting, I guess. Tag.
Tag or Chase J. Jones.
I'm trying to think of any situation where you could do it without having an identity in that name. I don't know.
In the real name?
Yeah, without your identity being that name. Like, I don't know. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's not like in the 60s, 70s, sure, but not now. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know.
Very good.
I don't commit crimes like that, so I don't know.
I mean, Lauren's the criminal here.
Right.
Hey, I'm not a criminal. I'm a cult leader. Well, I guess I'm both if you take David's word.
I gotta send my check to the right address this month. I forgot.
Right. You send it straight to Mike's GoFundMe, actually.
There you go.
Streaming illicit court cases left and right.
That's a joke.
We know how you work, Lauren.
It's going to pop up in court someday. That is a joke. Okay.
Right. Disclaimer.
For real.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, I think that was maybe a dig. And that's fine. Like, we know that you use other names, and we're just saying just in case. Emily Wilson too.
Mm-hmm. They're playing some poker. Okay.
Right. Sorry.
All right, we'll move down through this. Federal and state income tax returns for the past 2 years. Bank statements for all checking accounts, saving accounts, money market accounts. Okay, this is a dumb question here. What's a money market account?
It's a different kind of savings account. It earns higher interest typically, and it has some restrictions, like you have to have a minimum balance, and you can only transfer out of it so many times a month. Like mine, you can only transfer out 6 times a month without getting so that you can still earn the interest rate, and it has better interest rate advantages than a regular savings account.
I have a very basic understanding of like bank stuff, so checkings, savings. Okay, that's it.
Yep. It's a savings. It's another form of savings. Money market account was probably called out here because, well, I mean, maybe it was also standard language, but she had that bank statement that was supposedly a money market account. Exactly.
Yeah. And we don't know where that money went or if it was even real.
That was earning a very weird amount of interest for that type of balance, but okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't real count. It just wasn't real. There's no way.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry. Anyway.
Let's see. Money market accounts, certificates of deposits, or any other financial accounts in any bank, credit union, or savings and loan association in which judgment debtor has or has had any interest for the past 12 months. Okay.
Including as a beneficiary. That's important.
Okay. Wow. Because that could be her parents' accounts.
Right.
If she's listed as a beneficiary, then she needs to disclose that. I don't know.
Michelle.
When you make someone a beneficiary, though, I don't think it notifies them, does it? How would you know?
I don't know.
It depends. I mean, they might get privacy notices and stuff like that. That's how I know. Like, I always get a privacy notice.
We're not having a Mr. Deeds type situation? Is that?
Yeah.
Just saying. All right. Pay stubs or earning statements from that job Laura totally has for the past 6 months. Certificates, statements, or documents evidencing ownership or interest in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or other investment accounts. Life insurance policies for which judgment debtor is the insured or a beneficiary. Okay, or a beneficiary is kind of a big one, I think, there too. Including documentation of cash surrender value.
Yeah, that's a big one. Because there's a life insurance policy in that bank.
Well, obviously, if she's the beneficiary of Ron's life insurance, it's going to be a big deal.
Yep.
Okay. Trust documents from which judgment debtor is a beneficiary and or trustee. Titles and registration documents for all motor vehicles, boats, recreational vehicles, motorcycles. I notice horses aren't in here. Or other titled personal property.
It has its own section.
I know. I'm just being a dick. Personal property owned or leased by judgment debtor. Deeds, titles, contracts of sale, mortgages, contracts for lease, or other documents evidencing ownership or interest or rental income from real properties. All
Yep.
right.
Also important. Yep.
Deeds, titles, contracts of sale, contracts for lease, or other documents evidencing ownership or interest in, there you go, animal personal property, such as horses and donkeys, including any contracts for performance related to the same. Just include donkeys, just in case.
How many donkeys does she have?
I have no idea. I only know there are horses, so I'm not sure. Business records, if self-employed or owning an interest in any business entity, including profit and loss statements, balance sheets, and business tax returns, including all financial and business documents related to Liz Max, LLC, Quartet Forms, and Stylet. What is Stylet? I don't know that one.
It's one of the, they had a, like a, what do you call it? Apparel.
Okay.
Type company. It's the same thing as the Good Luck Shop. I don't know if you guys know. It's on my thing.
Lauren, that's where the horseshoe boob shirt comes from.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. I love mine upstairs. So
it's
like YouTube merch or something, but they just call it Stylet.
It's not the same company, from my understanding, but it's like the same kind of company, because Good Luck Shop is important because they owe taxes on Good Luck Shop. So I that's interesting to me, but I feel like they're operating maybe that could be a DBA of Stylet.
Right. Documents evidencing debts owed to judgment debtor, including promissory notes, contracts, and accounts receivable, or other evidence of money owed to judgment debtor by third parties. Credit card statements for the past 12 months for all credit cards held by judgment debtor. List of all credit cards used by the debtor over the past 12 months, if permitted by third parties, and names and contact information of third parties permitting the same. Records and paperwork relating to horses and equine-related equipment owned by petitioner and or any LLC or entity where she was or is an officer or member, including any records of sales or transactions relating to horses owned by petitioner in the last 2 years.
Wait, so number 13, does that mean if she's using her parents' credit cards, she has to disclose that there in 13?
Yeah. Or it's yes, and also if those companies like Quartet, Liz Max, or Stylet, or the companies she has, if she has a credit card, a company credit card, yeah, she needs to show it.
I'm gonna say that she probably won't show that, you know. I'm gonna guess that she's not gonna oblige.
It's the part that says if permitted by third parties. So like if her parents or sister handed her a credit card to use or something, she would have to list it here. If it was used in the last 12 months.
Karen says she has 3 donkeys, one called Ron and one called Jan and one called Jinkers. So that's, I mean, fair enough.
Yeah, it would have to be like if you had an additional person on your credit card account. Same situation, yeah. They'd have to.
Okay. All registrations and transaction records relating to the value of all horses, including but not limited to the following: Whisper, Nugget, Crackers, Tigger, Pokey. Wait, Tiffany is such a normal name compared to the rest of these. Tiff, I guess they named one after you. Rumor. How do you pronounce this? Scirocco 91? Scirocco?
I don't know. I change it every time I say it.
Scirocco 91.
Frosted Flakes, that's my favorite. Small Winnie, Eskimo Kisses, La Corrado L. Huh? Small Penny, and Spotify. Baby, why are you naming your horses these crazy ass shit? All right. Anyways.
So, real quick, let's point out here that some of these horses are not located in Arizona. They're in Florida, right? It's important.
Right.
Correct.
Probably Ocala, right?
Yep.
I'm just guessing because it's like 2 hours from me, and that's like freaking horse country down here.
Yeah, they've got some associates down there.
I dated a girl who lived in Ocala, and every time I would drive down to visit her, I was like surrounded by horses. Where am I right now? I do not belong here. Where am I? So
I believe it is quite literally in Ocala. If I remember.
One of them could have been Frosted Flakes, Lauren.
Well,
could have been.
You could have been hanging out with Frosted Flakes.
You didn't know you were with a celebrity.
No, best of luck to Frosted Flakes. Totally. I hope all her horses fare well, especially after they get away from her. So. Inventory of all horse-related equipment. We knew that. Okay. Inventory of horse-related equipment sold or marketed to be sold in the last 2 years. Oh, by Facebook Marketplace sales. Yeah, that's a big one. Well, it's not a big one monetary wise, but just like that's something that she did a lot. So
Mhm.
Craigslist sales, any third party seller, i.e., the try to equestrian closet, the horse forum, etc. Okay, I guess they know all this stuff already. Copies of all statements for third party pay platforms like Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, etc. for the last 2 years. Copies of all statements for receipt of funds from third party donor platforms, including GoFundMe.
Uh-oh.
List of all amounts of legal fees paid and the names of all. What is an IOLTA account?
IOLTA. It's like an this isn't gonna this you're gonna be like, okay, what's that? It's an escrow account. But an escrow account is like when an attorney or an agent holds other people's money, they hold it in a special account that has certain rules, like you're not allowed to commingle your money with it, you're not allowed to use money out of it. It is just for holding on to.
Okay.
So attorneys do that, like for retainer fees. This is why
okay.
this is why this is important.
Yeah.
This is where a retainer fee would be kept in an IOLTA account by an attorney in a case.
And the last one is wait, including funds related to State versus Laura Owens.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we really want to know is where is this money coming from? Oh boy.
Any and all other documents reflecting assets, income, liabilities, or financial transactions of judgment. Okay, I'm gonna give Sith the stage here for a second. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay, so it is Ocala that that one farm that these horses are at is located. Sorry, I hold on. Third party donor from. Let me see where she left off. IOLTA accounts. Oh yeah, any and all other documents, assets, income, liabilities, financial transactions of the judgment debtor.
So anything.
Literally plus anything.
Amazing.
So there's a judge in Michigan that gets a lot of these type of requests. I don't know why her court, I happen to see a lot of them in her court. And I've learned a lot from watching her there. She's like, you got to give it up. You have to, there's no, this is the law. You have to provide this information, because people have said, I don't want to give my social security number to that person. And I don't want to give, you have to. This is a judgment against you. It's not your time to argue the case, because people will try to do that. This is not your time to do that. You are going to go into a room and you're going to give them the information they're requesting. And if you don't, you're going to get a contempt charge. So, sorry, I was reading the comments too while I'm.
Yeah, there may be some questions we can answer while Lauren's.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking actually. So, because I did see one.
Somebody was asking about the car in the garage. What do we know about that? Because that was not listed. I mean, they did ask about cars in this document in case that's Laura's car.
Yeah, right? I'm interested in I mean, we don't know. That's the reality of it, right? We could speculate. It could be a lease that got turned in. Who knows? I do know that, when we originally did a bunch of research last year, it did say in some of the documents that we pulled up that Ron and Liz Jan owned a Nissan, which I believe somebody clocked that car as being a Nissan. But I mean, I don't know how or anything, or how, if they owned it or if it was just something that they were leasing.
From the January search warrant? I thought that was a Hyundai.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even notice the fucking car.
Well, attention to detail, Lauren. That's why I'm here.
I don't have that.
1 second. Yeah, in bankruptcy, you can often keep possession of a car. Correct. You still need to list it as an asset, because once dude, here's the thing. Dudes, listen. Once you start having all these, you have one error, then another error, and I forgot to tell you about $130,000 in GoFundMe money. People start paying attention to your case, right? Your trustee definitely starts paying attention when you're not providing all of the information, and trustees get hot about this. I hit Peggy. Yes.
Hey, Peggy. Oh my God, these grifters are going down.
I mean, they're telling you they're going to get all the info they can. That's for sure.
If I have anything to say about it, they will. I think their best bet is just this isn't going to go through. Let the house go to foreclosure, start over in a freaking condo somewhere and just call it a day, right?
Yeah.
But I file Chapter 7 and call it a day.
What a luxury to have that option, and they're still not taking it.
Seriously.
Wait, their petition wasn't for, was it for 7?
It was 13.
13, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in 13, you get to keep a lot of stuff. I mean, it's not as strict as 7, but I don't think it's going to get approved. They don't.
Yeah.
Their income doesn't match with the payment.
And you're saying there's a very sort of low bar for the trustee losing trust in you if you have one of these petitions. If you don't give them everything, and if you make mistakes and errors keep cropping up, they're going to lose trust very quickly. That's what you're saying?
Yeah. I think I was telling you guys on one of these videos that I had reviewed a case a while back. It was that day of the video, whatever video it was. And the trustee actually, the debtor's boyfriend was living in the house. And he wanted to know what that guy did. He wanted that guy's income. He wanted to know why he's living in the house and why he's not contributing. Like, this guy's not even a part of it, right? So, I mean, they're going to look. Her case got dismissed. I don't think she had merits. But anyway, sorry, I was going to go back up to the beginning of my stuff.
Now, the information that they received from this order, this document about Laura's case, this is information for Woodnick and the court, right?
Yeah.
So the trustee from a bankruptcy case doesn't just magically get this information, right? Or can they see this is happening and get this information too, or no?
I believe it's been sent.
A request or something? Or?
No, I believe that this document has been sent to the trustee.
Yeah, but I mean, does the trustee, like, okay, now the trustee's aware of this activity, does the trustee have the authority to say, hey, here's someone who lives with my bankruptcy petitioners, I'm going to go look at all this stuff too?
Yes.
Oh, they can. Okay.
And not so much like to help enforce this order or anything, but more like, okay,
yeah,
why is this person living here? What is their income? Why are they not contributing to the house? Because you have to contribute, right? You have to contribute to the house if you're a part of it. And they are she is part of it. She's using electricity and water and whatever else you use and taking up space in that place. So she has to contribute to the household, especially when the owners of the household are unable to pay their debts anymore. So, and I think that the trustee will be interested in the IOLT too.
It's a very tangled web, yeah.
You know, if they're paying for Mr. Colesrud and then filing bankruptcy a few months later, that's a problem.
Yeah, I think that's why this stuff about the funds related to these court cases is very interesting here.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if Lauren can share.
You want to pull something up?
Yeah, I do. Let me see if I can.
Do you know how to do it?
Nope. I used to. Why can't I?
Okay, hang on.
Is it?
We'll do this first. Let me remove mine. Okay, so
present.
At the bottom, there's a plus sign. It looks like a screen with a plus sign in the middle. Hit that, and then pick your tab, I think. And I'll be able to pull it up.
Screen. Okay, so share.
That lady says, is Laura still going to Barry's frequently? I can tell you with good authority that she does, and it's a lot.
What she's Barry's frequently?
Is Laura still going to Barry's frequently? The things that I know about these people and their personal lives are against my will, but I know that she does. Okay, and I can say that with 100% authority. So, yeah.
So do you have to show it now that I hit present?
Yes.
Did I do something wrong? Oh, okay.
If you want to zoom in, you can.
Yeah, I meant to. Sorry. Let's see. Will that work?
Okay. Oh, wait, no.
Let's talk about some stuff.
Okay.
Now we're getting to the good stuff. Storage. So, statewide storage is owed $26,520. And guess what? They have property that's been stored in their facility since 2022. at a cost of $780 per month. Yikes. Okay, I don't want to age myself, but like that used to be what our rent would cost or our mortgage payment would cost.
God damn.
That's
Do
a
you
decent
do you know how much
money.
area is in this storage facility? Because
No.
that's a high number. I mean,
Yeah,
you could probably get, I don't even know. You could probably get, like, I just moved with the pods, right? And they have the big pods, which I think are like, what, 16 feet deep or something.
Yeah,
and then by 8 feet or something. And you could probably get like 4 or 5 of those for $780 a month or something.
so the thing that we don't know is, was this stuff stored somewhere else prior to 2022? Because it's a weird year for stuff to be stored suddenly. I think it's still property from their San Francisco house. That's just maybe why I'm having a hard time with the dates. But yeah, I know somebody mentioned I got my double glasses on. But yeah, that's a lot of money. I mean, I think they made a few payments for that period of time, but obviously not very many. So that's the one of the mystery questions that we have. There is stuff somewhere else, and they claimed in their filing that there wasn't stuff somewhere else.
Yeah,
which is kind of a big deal.
So that's inconsistency, which we don't like. That's a red flag for the trustee.
Yep.
Well, I'm shocked.
Shocked.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I can understand, you might have to pay a few $100s a month while you're storing stuff to move, but then you should be done after once you move, right? Like, you're not going to be doing it for 3 years.
No, I mean, for crying out loud, it would have been cheaper to build like we have this is going to sound very Midwestern of me, but we have a pole barn on our property that is the size of our house, just in a different spot on our property, right? And it's a garage. It's got, whatever. That's his thing. Yeah. But I mean, it would be cheaper to build one of those on your property and put all your stuff in it than to pay $780 a month for somebody else to store it.
Exactly, $26,000.
But I mean, I guess if you're not paying $780 a month, it doesn't matter.
Well, they have $26,000. Like the house I'm in right now, the garage is not original with the building, right? It was built after the original house was built, and so somebody did exactly what you're saying. They built extra space.
So, they're in San Francisco. We don't know, like, exactly where. Yeah, I'm sure we could figure it out, but that's not. And then we also have tax debt. They did not pay their individual income taxes for 2023 and 2024. So we've got some estimated penalties for that. It's interesting that they didn't do it for those 2 years, but yeah, it's only $2,000, but I didn't disclose it either.
Wait, and then hold on. What's TPT? That's the penalty, or?
So no, I'm sorry. Good. Thank you for asking, because sometimes questions get answered way back and then I forget that they were answered. So I actually had those questions. So the IND is for the individual. Mm-hmm. Their personal taxes, and then the TPT is for the Good Luck Shop. So the Good Luck Shop has an estimated tax penalty. It's called, like, oh shoot, there's a word for it. Trusted payment transaction or something. I don't know. There's a word for it. But it's basically like your business tax, right? Or your sales tax that you have to report and pay. They didn't file anything at all, and I believe that these companies were started in that time frame. So, and it's quarterly, so that's why they have these charges here for December of 24, March of 25, and June of 25. Another one have accumulated for September of 25. So yeah, just $100 penalty, because I have a feeling that they never reported anything, so the state doesn't really understand, like, doesn't know what it should be. They should be paying, so they're just charging them a minimum $100 penalty.
So these are back taxes that they owe?
Yeah.
Okay. So the $100 is what? Just like a standard registration tax or something?
Yeah, I think it's just an estimated amount because they don't know exactly how much they should have been paying. So this is like what we
These
think
are all
you owe.
estimates, yeah.
Yeah, it's what we think you owe because we didn't see your actual tax returns. We don't know. We didn't see how much you made any transactions because you didn't report them. So we didn't know. So here's our minimum penalty that we're going to charge you. Could be that they owe more, could be less, but this is what the state wants to be.
This doesn't even look like a penalty. The penalty column is 0. This just looks like the estimated tax.
Yeah. I don't know if the state does it that way because of the bankruptcy. I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know how state taxes work in different states, but like I would have a penalty on my state. In Michigan, they definitely would be charging a penalty now. More than that, but excuse me. Sorry, 1 second.
I'm happy we don't have that here.
Right. Then we have oh, this is fun. Okay, so Jan's mom passed away in 2011. Let's go back to that actually. I think it was 2011. Maybe it was 2010. Who knows? She passed away a long time ago. And in New Mexico. And they opened a probate estate for her because she owned property in a house. And for a while, the estate was administered by Jan's brother. And I believe that house was rented out for a long time, the house she had been living in. That's what I'm assuming. And all of a sudden, oh gosh, everybody's going to kill me because I don't remember the exact year, but I believe the year the house was finally sold in 2023, I want to say. Okay. And apparently there was some money left over from that. Because Jan came along on January 6th of 2025 and paid a fee to reopen her mother's probate estate to have, hold on, let me go back. There's a spot where it actually says why we want it done. Petition to reopen probate, compel distribution of estate assets, and order a final accounting. So this is what Jan wanted her brother, who is the estate representative, to do. And then she didn't serve him properly. Surprise, surprise. And then somebody's counsel withdrew. It was a whole thing. Like there was all these stalling things that happened back and forth that are super boring. But she finally had a hearing set for August 12th, 2025, which is a little funny because they filed for bankruptcy on the 14th. But she asked for that to be pushed back. And it was pushed back to September 16th. 2025, and all of a sudden her brother came along and said, you know what, no, I want this dismissed. So her brother must think that everything is settled. I don't know. He must think everything's settled. I don't know if it is or not, because New Mexico has this really weird rule about documents, and we're trying to get somebody to help us with that right now, but it's irritating. So yeah, so the brother came along and said, I want to dismiss this case. And now they have a hearing set for November 18th.
Wait, another hearing?
Yeah, a hearing for November 18th to dismiss the motion to dismiss probate. So now, instead of opening it all back up again, we want it closed back up and we don't want to look at it anymore.
All right. Well, I'm lost.
Why
lost?
Why would she be... yeah, that's what I want to get to is what's the takeaway? Why would she
I'm sitting here, you guys, I'm not even showing the right screen, am I?
No, well, we see Naylor Estate, like we see the header.
You guys let me talk that whole time.
Well, I mean, I thought you were looking at something you couldn't share, but...
I just figured you were just talking from memory. I didn't realize that you were still looking at
It's all fine.
Yeah. Going blah, blah, blah.
I mean, that's what we do most of the time. We just do blah, blah, blah.
Like, I never know what I'm doing when I'm running the screen, so it's fine.
I mean...
That's awesome.
Okay.
I think the question I have
is why... You ruined our evening.
I know. My ambiance. Why is Jan like reopening this can of worms in the middle of a bankruptcy. That just doesn't seem.
If I would have had the right screen up, you could have
Okay.
seen that it wasn't in the middle of the bankruptcy. She filed the motion to, so I'll just tell you correctly verbally now what I was trying to say while I was scrolling and talking. She filed the motion on January 6th of 2025 to reopen the probate.
Sure.
And the motion was to compel distribution of estate assets and order a final accounting.
Okay.
So she somehow in her mind thought that there was still additional assets, whether that's cash or property. She believed that there was cash or property to distribute and that she was owed it.
Or she wanted to see where it went with the accounting.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And to distribute a compelled distribution of estate assets. So,
that's fair.
If there's anything left, then we want it. We want our money. We want what we're owed. I mean, it's weird because the estate was closed in like 2012, and there was an inventory and appraisal then. Was filed in September 20th of 2012, and then, like I said, all of a sudden, 13 years later, we want 7 days after the GoFundMe launched, we want this money too. So I feel like that's maybe more of a bigger hint that we were kind of stockpiling.
When did they ask for the bankruptcy
August
petition?
August 14th, 25.
And remind me, why do we think, what was the impetus for that? And when would that have, like, when do you think they were thinking, hey, we got to do something here. We got to file bankruptcy?
Well, based on some information on the mortgage end, I think that they were getting to a point where they couldn't stall anymore with the mortgage company, because the mortgage company was starting to send out valuation people to look at the value of the property, and they're very behind. I mean, they're very behind. So,
okay. So, so you think sometime between, I don't know, December and January, the beginning of this year, and August, these mortgage companies were putting the pressure on them.
Hold on, guys. I have an important announcement.
Okay.
2 people have donated to Mike's GoFundMe. If 3 more people donate to Mike's GoFundMe, I will show my face. But so far, we only have 2 out of 5. So, think about it. Just saying. Not that you haven't seen my face before, but it looks extra facey tonight.
How are your ears? Are they
my ears?
Homogeneous colors, or what's going on?
You're gonna have to wait and find out, I guess, bro. They're gonna have to fork over money to Mike if they want to see my ears.
There we go.
Yeah.
Only ears.
Yeah, there's some weird filings in here that I don't quite follow. Like they withdrew counsel and sub-counsel and all this kind of weird stuff that kind of happened in the middle too. But like I said, it kept getting pushed back. And and then finally it was, I think, just too late. I think it was just too late.
Oh, Lauren forgets she has ear issues a few weeks ago. Lauren had ear issues yesterday, Karen. I haven't forgotten.
Now, okay, so the mortgage companies put the pressure on, and they have to file for the bankruptcy. What was it, August?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they were 7 months behind.
Is there an avenue to just drop all this estate stuff going on in New Mexico, or what? Is there just like, can they just get rid of it, or like?
I mean, they can drop it, but if there is, the trustee has the right to know if there is money in that estate that Jan is owed, Liz Jan. So, because that's money that could go to one of their creditors, right?
But the guy in charge of that estate, oh boy, he that's her brother. He wants to shut it down. He says, we're all good. It's all done. And she's like, well, I want to see the final accounting and double check that it's all good and all done. And
which is a very weird motion to make 13 years later. I'm not.
Yeah. Well, let's say they felt like somebody had double crossed them back in December, and they're like, I want my money now. But then now here we are in August, and they're like, oh crap, we got to file bankruptcy. Wouldn't it be good to just drop this whole case about this estate at that point? Or like,
yeah, but it's out there now. Like
so you're saying there's no point in dropping it because the trustee's going to know about it anyway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This just gets more and more complicated.
Oh, we're at 4 out of 5 now, guys, because Caroline and Nick donated. Thank you, Nick O'Brien and Caroline. But one more, you can't see my face. Sorry.
Damn it.
Sorry, I was trying to answer a question.
If Nick donated, then you gotta come online. Come on. Lauren.
Business.
She's ignoring us.
I'm waiting for one more. What do you mean?
No.
Sorry.
No one more. Nick counts as 2.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
One more. I said 5. I mean 5. Give Mike your money, people.
Give Mike your money for real.
Yeah.
For real. For real. He needs it.
Check your estate.
So yeah, so that was a big faux pas. You know, she probably should have just left it alone. And maybe tried in 5 years or whatever, you know.
If you want to follow your fearless leader, Salty, donate to Mike's GoFundMe.
Oh boy.
And then tell David I commanded you to do it.
Salty. So salty.
I still can't believe I wasn't showing the screen. Oh my God.
Yeah, Karen says we already got 5.
You guys are fucking... Hang on, let me check. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. I see Nick, Caroline, Anonymous, and Karen.
Jane.
We got Jane and IB.
Yeah, IB.
IB and Nick. Okay. Give me.
Press F5 for a powerful attack. Come on. Refresh your screen.
I am refreshing. Okay, why don't you
I am refreshing.
You're a very refreshing lady, Lauren.
We'll allow it.
See, come on now. You look fine.
Victory.
No, I know I look good. Okay, but that's not the point.
I'm at fine like fine.
I want to pay Mike to see this. So.
Oh boy.
It's a privilege.
Are we still on the right document? What's next?
No, yeah.
Something else about this. I mean, this estate stuff just like made my brain collapse. So
yeah, I'll post somewhere the actual stuff I was supposed to show you guys. But yeah, so
I mean, it is a crazy case.
Maybe you should do it on your YouTube channel that you refuse to advertise.
Oh boy, under construction. Under construction.
Maybe. So we've got one of the Bank of America accounts that is in the bankruptcy is actually for Liz Max, which is a total surprise to me. Like I didn't see that coming. I figured quartet, and I assumed they probably had one for Nobody Told Me or something, which whatever. But
is that shit profitable? Like all they do is replay self-help.
No, it's not. That's why we have credit card debt on that.
So I think that you should get negative money for that podcast. Maybe you should get tax write-off or something.
How does this work? They start an LLC called Liz Max, and they pay a registration fee or something, and then they have an LLC, and then they go obtain a credit card in the name of that LLC. Is that it?
Yeah.
Line of credit.
And so what they do is they also use their personal credit as a personal guarantee. So that's why it's in the bankruptcy. So when I say you can have an LLC all day long, it does not mean there's a wall, right?
Yeah.
Your funds are and your finances are most likely intertwined. So that's what's happening here. And I don't know if I clipped the screen, but like 26,000 of it was 20-something thousand of it was just regular credit card debt, and there was like $1,400 in cash advances. It's weird. So yeah.
Where's the 14? What is it? You said
it was. I don't have the screen up. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said it, I guess. But there was like $1,400 of this $1,400 of it was cash advance.
Well, okay. I mean, that's
yeah.
It's not a majority of the debt.
No, it's just, why do you need to pull money out?
And what does Liz Max do?
Airbnb. That's the Airbnb.
Oh,
That's the Airbnb property. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So I don't.
So yeah, I mean, you can easily imagine that running an Airbnb, you're going to have to pay like cleaners and repairmen and buy supplies and all that jazz.
Does it look like these people ever hired a cleaner, Bruce?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to understand what would be a real reasonable business expense for this business. But if it's an Airbnb, yeah, you're gonna have tons of probably more business expense than anything else they would do.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how quickly that adds up to that much in a, well, I mean, I guess it's almost 2 years, assuming they opened it right away. One thing we don't have on this card is the open date, which is different than some of the other cards we've had. So, yeah, that was a surprise one to me. That was like oh, what? I expected a Quartet Farms. I expected any other business probably. I did not expect there to be a credit card already in the name of Liz Max. And yeah.
How does this work? So they have a big balance, but the past due amount is only $1,600. Why is that?
This is the last statement I think that was sent out. So their minimum payment was what?
$2K, 2.2. Minimum payment required.
So, yeah, I mean, they're behind a few payments. So a lot of these will come in and they'll tell us, sorry, what?
I said all those fake child support payments get off the road.
A lot of these will have come in and they'll tell us like when the last payment was made and when the last charge was made. This one is not. This one, because it's business, they didn't.
Yeah.
So I don't know some things that I wish I did know.
I mean, it's just weird because, you know, New Balance total 27K, but the past due amount's only 1.6. So it's not like they just spent, you know, 25K in the last month. That would be weird.
Some cards, yeah, they added, but this one, we don't know. We don't know how old this debt is.
Okay.
On the bankruptcy, I'm 100% sure it says 2025 because there are credit cards on that bankruptcy that say 2025, and they were opened in 2009 when we get the actual proofings on them. So that's crazy.
And it says previous balance 26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then.
But the past due amount's only 1.6. Maybe that's just like new charges.
I don't think so though, because
I mean it's all past due, right? The whole thing.
Here's our new payments and other credits: 0, balance transfer 0, 0, 0, purchases 0.
Oh, they didn't do anything. It's just sitting here.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, just it's adding up payments, and they'll eventually charge it off, and then it stops.
It's like a big moldy spot just growing.
Yeah, just growing and festering, right?
Yeah.
This is a fun one. So a different Bank of America account. You know what I did? So this is one of those ones where we have see how we have the last transaction, the last payment, and the date it was charged off.
Mm-hmm.
But what I didn't pull up, and I need to real quick, is the actual account that this is associated with. Bear with me 1 second.
I gotta warn you guys, I got like a 10-15 minute warning before I have to go to bed. But
I'm gonna be done in 2 seconds because this is the end, and then I'm gonna do my rant.
Don't rush. I'm just telling you by 10:30, I'm going to bed.
So. Now, what is this? Is this another credit card? Too?
Yeah, this is a different Bank of America account, and
this is huge.
And this is that they listed as having a very small balance. I shouldn't say that. Not a very small balance. I'm searching and talking at the same time. The balance that they showed on their bankruptcy filing that I'm scrolling for right now is a lot less than this. Let me find it real quick. Hopefully these are in alphabetical order. I love something in alphabetical order. Can't tell you. Oh, yeah, 77,000. That's what they said on our bankruptcy form that this account was $77,000 balance.
And you're sure it's this one and that they don't just have multiple Bank of America?
Oh, they do, but when we get these things, it has some verification flags on it, and we can
correlate the numbers. Okay.
connect the dots. Yeah. So that's a big difference.
So there's some errors there. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a huge amount of
the
interest.
biggest one we've seen.
This
is the
interest alone, like, I don't know, could live off this. This is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we got principal 131,000, interest 83.27, and fees. So yeah, I don't know why they like, oh, it's 77,000. Like, if you don't know, figure it out. Don't just guess on your forms. I don't understand that. I mean, I get it's been charged off for a while, but seriously?
Yeah, there's definitely some mistakes or something going on here.
Yeah, blatant. Anyway, okay, rant time.
Rant time?
Rant time. So,
go ahead.
2 things set me off this week. One was that the HELOC, oh, I don't even have that one page pulled up. I should have screenshot it. But anyway, so on their bankruptcy filing, they said that their HELOC was $48,000 behind. And that was driving me crazy because I couldn't figure out how it was $48,000 behind. It didn't make sense. The numbers did not make sense. So we get the confirmation in, and it's not $48,000. It's like $3,300. Okay. That's what they're behind on, like 2 payments. That irritated me because it felt like there's important parts of bankruptcy that are connected to secured creditors, which are your mortgage companies and your priority creditors, right? There are numbers that matter and that affect certain things. And I feel like it's a manipulation when you use false numbers, as if nobody's going to figure out that you're using the wrong number. Your mortgage lender is definitely going to make sure that they tell the bankruptcy court what your real balance is, but good try. Secondly, there was an interview where Liz Jan said, the ordeal has bankrupted the family. And I take so much offense to it that I'm actually going to get upset when I'm talking about it. Because this ordeal did not bankrupt your family. You've been making bad decisions since the 90s. Okay, this is all the mortgages on the San Francisco house. Okay, and it's just up here. It's not for us to talk about and go into depth about. It's just an example of how much we're borrowing on top of cards that we've owned for years. And we have proof of this, that these cards have been out of control for years, that the debt has been out of control for years before these men walked into anybody's life by accident even, or pulled in, hooked in.
How old would Laura have been when these issues you're seeing start? You said sometime in the 90s?
Well, they bought the house in the 90s. And I'm like, no, they started taking out second mortgages right away. They have a balloon mortgage. In the 98, that might have been a little more common. But come on.
Okay. And 98 was what, 27 years ago?
Yeah. Yikes,
so
it sure was.
Laura would have been what, 7 years old or something?
Yeah.
So, you could make this case that, Laura's horse hobbies and living at home and everything has ruined us. But if she was 7 years old, she's not ruining her parents' finances.
No, not yet.
No.
I'm just trying to do the math here.
This is, it does have to do with Laura because of their enabling and encouragement, whatever of her, right? But it doesn't in the fact that these are patterns that have been passed down, apparently, right? This is how we get by in life. We just keep, wherever we can get money, we get money.
They're responsible for their own finances, regardless of what their small children are doing, right? Like,
Jane says, I thought it was because of medical debt. Yeah.
Right. Like, which is it? Which story is it? Which story is it? And, like, I'm again, and I'm gonna go back real quick because this is part of my rant. This HELOC that they took out, it was actually taken out in June of 24, right before the trial, right? Um, it was a 30-year loan for $200,000, 199.8, 200,000, and it was 5 years interest only payments. And I can't understand why people who want us to believe that they are wealthy would think that 5 years of interest only payments is a smart financial move that anybody with money would make. It is not. You are a train wreck, and you've been a train wreck for a very long time, and we've got to let these guys go from it. It's not okay. Like, I'm gonna get on my rant again. There are starving children in our country right now. Okay, like, and you think your family has been treated unfairly when we've got this? If you're borrowing $1 million in loans, that means somebody thinks you've got the money to pay them back. Millions in loans.
When you say 5 years of interest only payments, does that mean they're voluntarily only paying interest and they just don't want to pay the principal, or is it some sort of contractual thing like they can't pay there's a prepayment penalty or something, or how's that work?
Good question. This is why, yes, good question. No, there is no prepayment penalty. Those are very rare anymore. They used to be a bigger thing than they are. There's no prepayment. You're allowed to pay principal on an interest only loan. It's just that you have to pay at least the interest.
Okay. So they're just choosing to just pay the minimum interest amount. Okay.
Yeah. Which was like $1,389, I think. So yeah, I don't know why that was the trigger. But it was on the, I found it in the same day that I saw the interview, and it really did set me off because I know the history of these finances very well, and this isn't the start of it. This isn't the end of it. It's going to keep going. So yeah, let's pretend we get a payout from Ron's life insurance. I can promise you we will be in the same situation in a certain amount of time afterwards, right? It will go away. It'll be spent very frivolously. If it doesn't go towards creditors, let's pretend in a perfect world they get their way and they get to walk away with his life insurance too.
Well, let's just be, for the sake of this crazy person who's stalking me and putting me in court filings, let's just say, for the record, nobody's hoping for Ron to die. No. But it's just a possibility based on his illnesses. And I feel like I have to be very careful with the things that I talk about now because somebody's putting this in front of a judge. So
I follow, and that makes sense. Yes, no, I really hope that Ron lives a very long life because I would like to see some accountability. I know he's sick, I get it, but there should be some accountability for this behavior that's happened over time that we like to blame 3 guys who weren't even born yet. I don't know, like, come on, they were born yet, but that's not the point. You get my point.
They're just children, probably.
Wheat Toast, thank you for the $5. Damn it, I love Big Tiff, and I came in late. I'm going to be replay crew because I don't want to miss any of her insights. Justice for victims of Laura Owens. Well, thank you very much, Wheat Toast. We love you. So.
Sorry, I probably shouldn't have that big F words on the screen. That was that really set me off. A few people know that.
Did you just tell me that you shouldn't have said those things on the screen because?
Well, because I have it literally a big.
Yeah. I mean, I had to make a whole numbered list. Lauren remembers. I made 17-point list of everything I thought was wrong with that, Daily Mail UK interview article, whatever. It was.
Oh, there's so much more wrong with it, right? Right.
I mean, it was a good article in that it brings the story forward, but there were like you're saying, there are these points of contention that just don't get tested.
Yeah.
And they don't hold water. And that's where I was coming from as well.
Yeah, it's really frustrating. Like I said, to I don't know. I don't have a better word for it. Like I was angry. I was angry. I was angry.
Oh,
I said so the other night.
Yeah.
But because it's just not true. Like, I understand you live in your delusion. I get it. Okay, you don't.
I don't think
believe
I don't think it's a
certain things.
delusion. I think it's a plan.
Well, yeah, that too. But like this, you could stop at any time and save yourself $1 a day even. Just stop. Think about that. Like, if you just stop right now, the savings.
But they have to keep a healthy stock of chocolate for the police officers.
That's where the Liz Jan credit card went. Damn it.
Anytime it gets over a week old, they got to replace. I'm straight from Willy fucking Wonka.
I feel like maybe they are sort of stuck in their ways right now, and it's hard to have the inertia to make a corrective course change. Like when I was talking to a home inspector recently, and he was telling me people, he will find things in houses that owners just sort of become, they have blinders on and they don't really think about it or realize it. And I think what has happened here is they've gotten into this pattern of these bad financial decisions and not really understanding how to become more financially literate or make better financial decisions or take that accountability, like you're saying. And they just have the blinders on, and there's nothing we can do, like sit here and say, like, just go get a condo and yeet this property or whatever. Like, they're just not going to do that because they're on this railroad track and they got the blinders on, I think.
And it's their best move.
Yeah.
Like, this bankruptcy plan being 100% successful is still not. They still at the end of 5 years will have $13,000 mortgage payment a month, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
It's not a sustainable financial portfolio. Like, and bankruptcy doesn't give you a perfectly stable financial portfolio. Is what you're saying,
right? No, not in this case. Not to me. Not when you're at you don't have any equity in your house. Just let it go.
Yeah.
It's not like you've owned it for 30 years and you've paid it down and you only owe 20% of your mortgage.
Yeah, you just change the carpet and sell it and you make some equity money. Yeah. You can't do that.
Can't do that here. You're underwater. And I think it's just the best bet. You can recover from it. You can recover from that quickly. People don't realize that. I mean, you can get a new mortgage. FHA rules, you can get a new mortgage within 3 years of a foreclosure. So that's fine. But I don't know. Like I said, they could just stop. So no, this ordeal has not bankrupted your family, Jan. It just hasn't. That's not true.
Right.
That's something I'm willing to call a lie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jan loves to lie, so where's the shock?
Right.
It doesn't get any less frustrating, but still, where's the surprise? You know what I mean? So
it's just clearly wrong.
Sorry, I'm wearing two pairs. I wanted you guys to see exactly what kind of nerd I am. Okay, I have a pair for computer stuff that is closer, and then because I'm old now, and I have my regular glasses. So
dude, you're like 30. It's fine.
Yeah. My son is not even. My son is older than that, but okay. Oh gosh, I can't believe. Yeah.
No, we're gonna go out and Big Tiff's gonna get us carded, Lauren. That's what's gonna happen.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You guys are babies if I'm 30, right?
I am 32 right now. I'm 32.
Still younger than my son, but that's fine.
Well, I'm almost 33. If that helps.
But sure. I mean, I'm okay. Whatever.
You're like 40 or something, right?
I'm 51. I just had my birthday actually.
Bullshit. You had your birthday and you didn't tell me about it? That doesn't count.
No, I did not. I think I did tell. Oh no, I didn't tell you. I told you what we did, but I didn't tell you that was my birthday.
Jerk.
We took the grandbaby to the park, and then all the germs attacked me. And
I didn't know it was for your birthday. I knew you took. Yeah, okay. I didn't know that was for your birthday.
Yeah, we did them. It was fun. It was fun. It made me incredibly sick, but it was fun.
Oh, good.
Little kid germs are not compatible with me. Oh gosh.
The youth of America and their jam hands.
We
Get
didn't
you every
even talk about
time.
horses.
All right, guys, I gotta take my jam hands and
go.
get some stuff done and go pack because I'm leaving on Saturday. So, yep, I'll be in San
Exciting.
Francisco for a little bit. It's probably 5 days or so, and then I go out to LA. So,
Oh, fun.
yeah, I think so.
Well,
But
because,
you know, Laura hasn't even asked the court for permission to travel yet, so I'm not convinced she's going to show up. So I'm going to just plan on having a vacation.
When is it? The 21st or whatever?
21st
Yeah.
and 22nd. It's next Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh
I
my
don't think she's gonna
goodness.
show up.
Yeah, less than a week away now.
Yeah, I don't see. her showing up.
Well, the last time they filed travel requests, they did it like the day before, right? Like it was very.
It wasn't the day before, but it was pretty close. But still, if you
was
have
a
a
day or
court
two.
hearing, if you have a court hearing where the judge already said no, you need to appear in person, you would
Yeah.
think you would follow the judge's instructions right away, unless you have something to hide. So if she's hiding something, which we all know she is,
Oh,
good
boy.
job, Laura. If she's not, then what are you doing?
I don't see how it benefits her in the slightest to appear at this hearing and do testimony. But we'll
It
see.
doesn't, especially because she doesn't have an attorney, and I think there's a small possibility of like David showing up at the last minute, which is what everybody anticipates. But that's not going to go well for him. I gotta tell you. So
No.
My guy is supposed to be on a one-way ticket to Portugal. Come on.
Well,
Yeah.
at this point in
Yeah.
time, my expectation is that she will not file a notice to try to travel, and she will not show up
Yeah.
because I don't think she even believes herself at this point. Like she knows better.
So if she just doesn't show up to this thing on the 21st, what is that? Then the judge just takes judicial notice that like the
When they
person's
enter
not
it-
here to
they
make
get
their
into a
case,
default,
and that
I believe.
it's just a bad. It's a bad.
He would get a default judgment, I believe.
Yeah. Because they said she had to testify. Like they
Yeah,
said they
but-
wouldn't take declarations, so her little declaration thing
She
would
said,
work.
yeah, she said plenty of notice. They said no to declarations. They said you have to show up. So
Yeah.
she doesn't show up,
Yeah.
and she had plenty of notice, and she didn't even bother to alert the court that she needed to travel. That is 100% on her. She knows that she's lying. That's why she doesn't
mean,
want to show up.
Unless there was sufficient evidence in the petition itself.
You, how much to take your face back off camera, Zach?
I feel like it won't be a default
$200, Zach,
judgment.
to take my face off.
No,
camera.
it's like
I think
not
it's
that-
more. I think it's more like the judge can take that into consideration, which will effectively make it very close to a default judgment. But I don't
still
think it will
that if
technically be a
if she doesn't
default
show, I
judgment.
still think the judge is going to say no to the renewal right away. That's a pretty
Sure,
easy-
sure, but I don't think that's
I don't think the
technically a
word is-
default
Yeah.
judgment. I think it's still a judgment.
It's a default
But I'm
judgment
not-
to me. Let's put it that way.
Well, colloquially maybe, but I'm just thinking legally.
Bruce,
I
all I
don't know. I'm
speak
not
is
a lawyer,
colloquial.
so
Like I don't speak the lingo. All right, all I
It would
speak
be
is
an
regular.
it would
person.
be
we
an
got a lot of
automatic-
work to do.
It would be an
No.
automatic denial of the renewal. That's what it would be. An
Yeah.
Seems
automatic
like
denial.
it would probably be.
That's a
pretty-
better phrase for it, probably. An
pretty
automatic
automatic.
denial.
It would
than
be
a
heavily
default.
weighted.
Yeah.
Heavily weighted.
I
Yeah, well, I
prefer the
think
term mega denial.
Yeah,
Mega.
a mega
Super
weight.
mega.
I believe
Super
that's
mega
the
denial.
politically correct term is a mega denial.
Super. So mega default is what the Owens credit looks
Oh.
like.
Yeah, a mega pint of evidence for Omar. Okay.
You search
Yeah.
up the court case on whatever the San Francisco docket is, and there's just a clown emoji. That's what it is. No, I don't think she'll show up. I think she's a little bitch. She knows she's lying. I don't think she's going to show up. I don't think she's going to ask to travel.
And I
Is
think
she going to
it'll
try and
play
be on
into
Zoom
her-
then, or like?
I think
She
it'll
can
be-
try, but the judge already said no, so she can go fuck herself.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it'll play into her little poor me. Everybody picks on me.
If she
attitude.
wants everybody to play into her poor me thing, she better show the fuck up to court.
I think she'll be there. I think they'll
just
file.
saying.
I disagree.
I think they'll file a travel request as close to the edge as
Yours is
possible.
fake.
No, here's my money.
Disagree.
My
I think
money.
I think she won't. I don't
They're
think she'll do
gonna
it.
they're gonna file a notice to travel or a request to travel as close to the edge as possible. She's gonna go. She's gonna be there, and then from there, I don't know what's gonna happen. Is Gingras
No,
gonna
she
show up? I
doesn't
don't
file
know.
it. She doesn't file it, and then she cries on Medium.com about what a loser she is.
She can't write on. No. Josh 2.0 is not gonna let her write on me.
Josh
Yeah.
2.0, Josh 2.0 has
Oh,
been
boy.
failing ever since David Gingras came back online.
What?
All right,
Liz-
I'm just
Liz
telling you
Jen
right
read
now.
on Medium.
Gingras isn't, or Josh 2.0 isn't Gingras's client.
No,
Or
but
wait, did I
David
say that wrong?
Gingras was
Lawyer.
Laura Owens' attorney, also her friend, and the only person who has supported her into her delusional, not actually delusional, but kind of delusional state. And so she trusts him. She wants to do what he says, not what Josh 2.0 says. So I believe she won't show up, and I believe she will write a huge ass blog about how innocent she is, or give another interview to some website overseas and cry about it, and then expect everyone to believe her while we all mock her.
Maybe. Gingras didn't tell her not to go to the court.
We don't know that. I don't trust a damn word that guy says. You think that guy said I was a criminal and a cult leader as a fact? He presented that as a fact in court to a judge.
Yeah.
I do not believe a word that man says.
He has a very unrealistic view of reality.
He said that I'm conspiring with counsel in Mike's case.
Yeah. He likes to speculate it and then turn it in a turn of phrase as if it's a fact or something. It's
not even a turn of phrase. That was he pulled that shit out of his ass.
I mean, yeah, it's poorly justified speculation, right? There's zero evidence. We saw that on the Rob, Law and Lumber with
I got a little bit of that, yeah.
With Nick and Rakeda, and they went through it and talked about how there's no what?
I was Rakeda there? I didn't think
so.
so.
Yeah, the three of them were there, Nick and Law and Lumber and Rakeda. They did a good
stream,
stream,
right? Not Nick, Ian.
Runkle, yeah.
Runkle, yeah. Not Rakeda, right?
Oh, geez, I'm getting the names all wrong.
See, Rakeda, I don't think Rakeda's ever touched
He's not talking about this.
K something.
I meant Runkle.
I was so confused. I was like, Nick Rakeda?
I knew it was an R.
Yeah, okay. Well, fair enough.
Nick Starro, yeah.
No, you're good. Yeah.
Nick Starro, yeah.
I know Nick, yeah. I just didn't know.
But no, the point is those guys went through the filing and just tore it to shreds and talked about how none of it is based on, any reasonable evidence or anything. So
all the best research.
That's a good one to go check out if you haven't seen that one.
Oh God, for real. You guys don't understand.
Thanks for stopping in. All the best research. Appreciate it.
More than half my intelligence.
We got to go to sleep. I'm getting all the names wrong now.
Yeah, dude. I gotta do some stuff and go to bed. So.
And I was gonna say something funny that
What's up?
I was gonna say something funny and I lost it. I don't know what.
Ruben, everybody pull the alarm. We have to turn this off now.
What? We got to roast Zach a little bit before we go. Where's that?
Oh,
yeah, I didn't see all of it, but I did hear some of it. Or I didn't see all of it, but I saw some of it.
We'll just put Zach and IOU on the insults. It is what it is. All right, I gotta peace out, guys, because I gotta sleep. So.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like I said, I gotta pack up and I gotta go in a couple days. So. All right, bye everyone.
Bye.